Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Music Den. I'm your host, Armando Venditti. Hoping you guys are having a good day. And again, above all else, that you're indeed looking after yourselves and one another. Ladies and gentlemen, before I get into the topic of what we hope to be another fantastic episode, without glitches, I would like to welcome back to the channel Mr. Jim Bricker. How's it going, Jim?
Doing very well, Armando. Happy to be back with you and Ken. If we have glitches, we deal with it.
We have glitches. All right. And the one and only Mr. Ken Cheshire. How's it going, Ken?
Hey, Armando, it's good to be back talking music with you guys.
It's good to have you back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are continuing our Perfection Confection series. In this episode, we're going to be looking at, like I should say, top hits of the 1990s. We're going to be going backwards this time. We're going to be going from the 90s down to the 60s. And again, in this episode, as I have a fleck in my eye right now, I can't really see. I'm dealing with on the spot glitches that are happening with me. We are going to be tackling our top hits of the 1990s. I'm going to be hosting these sets of episodes because I didn't have time to get my list together. So, starting with Jim, we'll
Yes,
go we'll go back and forth between well, you each give one and we'll discuss it.
sounds good. Sounds good. So, under the category of perfection, confection, the idea here was to kind of pick one song from each year that kind of epitomizes that. So, I don't recall if we said yes, it must have hit the charts at some point, some chart somewhere.
No, the description that I got was pretty vague. It just hits of the 90s and down.
Okay, fair enough. Well,
It
I
must
am
be a
starting.
song.
It must be a
It
song.
must be a
Okay.
song, yeah.
Yes, it must be a song.
It cannot be a dessert topping or a floor wax.
That's
And
right.
if folks get that reference, please tell me what it is down below in the comments. All right, 1990. I am going with an artist who I'm not really a huge fan of, but I can't deny that this song is just it's just pretty darn perfect in how it executes what it's out to do.
Perfect.
And that was what was this, number five? I think it hit number five on the US charts. And this is Vogue by Madonna. Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I got tired of the Madge shtick pretty quickly, when it started happening in college. But there is just something that's just unavoidable about this track in terms of it being infectious and just an absolute joy to hear. And I'm going to put most of the credit upon that onto Shep Pettibone. I believe he was the writer and the producer of this track.
Robert Shep Pettibone.
Okay. I love the way that it just kind of starts off, with a vocal thing and then immediately just kind of goes into these keyboard chords and then just starts building with various rhythms and synth patterns after that. Um, the middle section of the song where she's just name dropping all these people from the golden era of Hollywood
Yeah.
is just unexpectedly fun. Um, Her singing is pretty darn good on it, and I'm guessing that's her just being able to follow the melody that Shep was putting down for this thing. Um, I, I couldn't see myself doing it today, being as seasoned as I am, but as a younger man, I could see myself working up quite a sweat and having fun dancing to this one. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think Vogue by Madonna is just a utterly fantastic piece of pop perfection.
Yeah, I would agree. That song was started out as the B-side to Keep It Together from Like a Prayer. And they worked on the track and they liked it so much that they released it as a single, as an A-side. And yeah, Shep Pettibone as a remixer, DJ producer at the time was white hot. I mean, he had done remixes for Whitney Houston, Pet Shop Boys, New Order, uh, the list goes, Madonna, obviously, just a whole list. And yeah, that song was a banger. That song was a banger. All
Yep.
right. Ken.
Okay. Um, I guess I misread the memo. I went with not necessarily um, songs that epitomize the year, but songs that really stand out to me. So 1990, um, this artist, uh, this song carries over from the late 80s. I just think he did this so well, and that's Billy Idol and The Cradle of Love. It's just,
Okay. All right.
and there might
Steve
be a
Stevens.
little something about the music video, but regardless, um, yeah, I never bought a Billy Idol album, but I can't think of a song that wasn't on the radio that I didn't think was pretty hopping. Um, this and White Wedding and all of that. But yeah, I just really enjoy that. You know, one of the 90s were not the best decade for me. Um, but I still enjoy this song to this day. I think it's just hopping. I think I get the impression that even Billy doesn't take himself too seriously in
Yeah.
these videos.
Yeah.
He might not be that in real life, but there's just that aspect. He really looks like he's just having a jamming good time. So yeah,
Yeah.
Cradle of Love, Billy Idol.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. That's a good one. He did a really good cover of Moni Moni.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Sure.
Steve Stevens on solo. Whew,
yeah.
please. Mic drop.
Smoking.
And if you want to hear a good version of just a sidebar, if you want to hear a good version of Moni Moni done acoustic, uh, Billy Idol did an unplugged series, and you have him and Steve Stevens doing Moni Moni, and Steve Stevens does the guitar solo on acoustic guitar,
Huh.
and he rips it apart. It's just like unbelievable,
Yeah.
Nice.
unbelievable. I needed a cigarette after I saw that and heard it. All right, Jim, your next.
Okay. So before carrying on, Ken, I don't know if you missed the memo. I wasn't picking up songs that kind of epitomized the year. It's just that, it was a hit during that year.
Oh, I thought that's what you said at the beginning of this one. Okay. Okay,
No,
cool.
no. Um, I think there may be songs that kind of along the way become the epitome of the year for one reason or the other, but
Okay.
that wasn't the criteria.
Okay.
Um, so this next song only made it to number 79, but I tell you what, I remember hearing this song live in a small Bay Area club, probably about a year or so before it hit. And I remember saying to myself, my God, that song is going to be an absolute monster. And the song is Wicked Game by Chris Isaac. Um,
Okay.
Even without, speaking of music videos, kids, even without the video that goes along with it, I knew this song had, sorry?
There are two videos, but we know
Ah,
which you're talking about. Yeah.
Mr. Herb Ritz directed the one I'm talking about. Well, it's the one that is kind of synonymous with the song anyway. Um, um, Even without the video, all the feels of this song are just there. And, again, my vivid memory is seeing Chris Isaac perform that live in a small club in Oakland. That was kind of like a converted warehouse. And literally, you could hear a pin drop, especially in that final vocal line that he's just sort of carrying out for that, entire,
Nobody
you
loves
know,
nobody, or nobody loves no one. Yeah.
or before that, just that, that Roy Orbison like falsetto that he's just hanging on to for dear life.
Yeah.
Um, Oh God, yeah. Wicked Game by Chris Isaac is just an absolutely banger song. Uh, Obviously, the video helped. make it be banging, if you know what I mean, if you know what I mean. But
No pun
the
intended.
no, none whatsoever. But yeah, that's Wicked Game to me will always be like a standout slice of perfection. You could serve it. It doesn't need whipped cream. You just serve it on a plate as it is and dig in. And it is just the sweetest, most piece of pop confectionery there is.
There you go. There
Did
you
you
go.
own the album back in the day?
Had the cassette. Yeah.
The whole album is just incredible. Heart-shaped
Yeah.
world.
Yep. Heart Shaped World is really good. My preference is the album he did before that, which is just the green Chris Isaac eponymous album. Um, that's got Heart Full of Soul on it and Blue Motel, things like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, still
Yeah,
banging.
his covers are amazing. I saw him at a casino in the early 2000s. Um, and literally there couldn't have been more than 50 people there. Um,
Wow.
and you could just literally just walk up to the stage and look up his nose if you wanted to. His guitar, I mean, the whole band was just unbelievable, but especially his lead guitar player.
Oh,
Oh,
Kenny. Yeah, he's a monster.
and and so yeah, he embodies this whole rockabilly style so well. His covers are really great. I think I have all of his stuff if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
But yeah, yeah, that was aside from the video, it's that's a cracking song for sure.
All right. All right. Yeah, I do remember the video being all over Much Music, and it was a hit. And little note, little side note, Pink on her last, not this tour, but the tour before, she did a really good version of it live. So all done live,
Very good.
and got vocals and everything. So I got to put that in there. All right, Ken, over to you.
Okay. When was our this is the question for both of you. When was the
Go.
last time you were rickrolled?
I heard about a Rick roll a couple of weeks ago, but I did not fall for it.
No. Okay. Well,
I
you
never
wouldn't
heard of it. What's going on?
A Rick roll?
go ahead, Jim, tell him.
Go ahead.
When someone sends you a link to like, this is the most amazing video this is the most amazing cat video I've ever seen, or this is a PDF document about how, it shows Justin Trudeau, has a harem with 87 concubines or whatever. And you click on it expecting one thing, and what you get is the video of Rick Astley doing Never Gonna Give You Up. So that's the
Never
Rick
got
roll.
that. No, no,
You
no,
never been Rick rolled. Okay.
Oh,
no,
okay.
no.
What's this world coming to? Well,
No.
you
Yeah.
wouldn't for this one either. Same artist, different song. Cry for Help. This is my favorite Rick Astley song. It's
Hmm.
soulful. It's just got that groove. It's got the background singers. It's just
Is this the same album with Hold Me in Your Arms?
I don't know. It's the song that I'm not really sure what album it's off of. So
Okay, from 1990. Okay, okay, I'm sorry.
1991. Yeah.
1991.
Cry for Help has just got that. Um, this is what Daryl Hall, I think, wishes he could have recorded, with the
Ooh, that's
singers
a
and
mic drop moment. My God.
yeah, and
Oh,
he's
sweet Jesus. Okay.
Astley has that incredible baritone voice, and he just lets it rip. Cry for Help. Yeah, get on YouTube and check it out. It's just, it's soulful. It's even though the subject matter is not necessarily happy, man, it just gives you all the feels.
Yeah, no, I think Rick Astley as a vocalist, I think he's really good. I think he got tagged with that Stock Aitken and Waterman label too
Yeah.
much, and I think he never really was able to break. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like a good Stock Aitken Waterman remix, you know. for the dance floor when you can get it, but they were formulaic, and I think you got labeled with that tag too heavily. But good choice. Good choice. Okay, Jim.
1992. The song only made it up to 53, but it's another one of those that just lasts. And I know this one is very dear to Ken's heart. This is All I Want by Toad the Wet Sprocket. I just absolutely think this is just it's just perfection. You know, A, it just starts off with drums, which is always an attention getter. B, it's got these beautiful acoustic guitars that come in. And once Glenn Phillips starts getting into the second part of the verse and it kind of goes up, you know, in I don't know if it goes up an octave, but it goes up, higher in the notes, and you get those more chiming guitars coming in, and how it just resolves into this beautiful chorus with these harmonies that you would just kill for. Um, it's just an absolute lovely, lovely song, and every time I hear it, I just want to stop what I'm doing and just embrace it warmly. It's so fantastic. All I Want, Toad the Wet Sprocket. I don't want to say more about it because Ken, you're way more knowledgeable about Toad
In terms
I
than
of
I am.
love,
embracing, in
I
terms of
love.
embracing, I feel the same way when I see Bob make a lemon meringue pie from scratch. I mean, it's the same thing for me. But I get it. I get it. I get it.
Yeah, we're
But
not going to ask where he was scratching, but anyway, I love Toad the Wet Sprocket. I've talked about them on this channel before. This came from their album Fear, which really broke them out. There was this and this one and Walk on the Ocean was the other big single from this, which was used in quite a few movies and Dawson's Creek TV show back in the day. Um,
Oh, the WB.
yeah, the WB, the harmonies are amazing. The guitar, I mean, just everything about them. So, so my 1992 choice is a great song from a band called Toad the Wet Sprocket called All I Want.
here's
It's
the overlay.
a sense of deja vu, just as we're talking about it now.
Of course.
Yeah, that is on my that is my choice also. The whole album is is incredible. The album Fear. And there's only one song on there that makes me a little bit uncomfortable, but I think it's supposed to make me feel uncomfortable.
What song
Which
is
is
that?
what Hold Her
Hold on.
Down.
Yeah.
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 I remember them playing that on
Probably
the
the
radio, and I'm like,
hardest.
what are you guys thinking? You
Yeah.
know?
But from a lot of what I've read, uh, it was accepted for what it really was, which was an anti-violent song.
Anti-sexual assault. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anti-sexual song, and it's by far the hardest hitting, no pun intended, song on the album. I mean, it just punches. This album
Yeah.
really shows, they can do the closing song. I would not take these things for granted. Is just very. It's a ballad. It's almost ethereal. So they really cover the gamut on this album. You
Okay,
know,
I'm gonna check that out.
pop to the it's just it's a spectacular album. But anyway, enough of that. All I Want, if you don't know who it is, you probably recognize it, people.
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, can we
Jim.
go back to Walk on the Ocean real quick? Because I've always been troubled by one thing.
Okay.
The album version ends with just the verse fading out, right?
Oh, yes.
And didn't they do a single version where they
Yeah.
they like copied and pasted the chorus onto it again for one last time?
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, the single version doesn't exist.
You've answered the question I was getting to. Thank you.
And this is from who again? Sorry,
Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Still
Yeah,
Toad the Red Sprocket. Okay.
yeah. Walk on the ocean, walk on the ocean and all I want to me kind of go hand in glove in terms of just beautiful pop songs.
Yeah.
And if you know the source of the name for the band, Toad the Wet Sprocket, put it down in the comments. Let's see how many of y'all get that.
Yeah.
Would
Good.
you know? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Good
Say no
point to
more.
make. Good point to make. Great. All right, Jim, your next one.
Oh, back to me. 1993. We are going to punk it up a little bit with a song that
Did you
made the
say
U.S.
did you say
punk.
punk it up? Okay.
Punk. I did.
Mhm.
Punk.
Okay, okay.
Um,
It's a
and
family
this
show here.
is, yes, it's a family show. This hit the US Billboard Hot 100 at a scalding 95. So never really, did much chart wise. But this song just always stuck with me. And this is a song by the band Belly. And the song is called Feed the Tree. Now, Feed the Tree is a very guitar overdriven song for about half of it. But for the other half, it's just like this acoustic based up tempo folk song that wouldn't be out of place with, say, like what Suzanne Vega or Sean Colvin might have been doing at the time. But it definitely
Okay.
has this kind of punk aesthetic to it
Okay.
throughout. Um, the song is basically about, if I recall correctly, kind of the honoring and kind of the hidden secrets within family. And so there's kind of like an undercurrent of tension in this whole thing. Um, but it's just kind of this joyous release of a song. Yeah, that again is kind of driven through this punk aesthetic through part of it, but again, becomes highly melodic and singable all the way through. So if you have not heard Feed the Tree by Belly,
Okay.
complete 100% banger recommendation from me.
All right. All right. Fair enough. I'll check it out. Ken.
This is getting spooky
Another one.
because 1993, I too chose Duran Duran. Um, and that is the song from the wedding album Ordinary World.
Ordinary World.
Yeah.
Um, uh, Back when it was released, I loved the Rio album, and actually I still do. But after that, nothing really hit me the same way.
hmm
But
If I
when I
could,
heard this one,
sorry. If I
and
can make a recommendation,
yes,
little sidebar. Check out Arcadia, the side project. So Red the Rose,
okay,
featuring contributions from Grace Jones, Carlos Alomar, Herbie Hancock, David Gilmour, just to name a few in terms of production. And Alex Sadkin produced it. Uh, Herbie Hancock and David Gilmour appear on the track "The Promise." That's on side two, 7 minutes plus. And Sting is on that track as well on background vocals. Yeah, that is Perfection Confection. Very Art Nouveau, very Art Noir kind of feel. Uh, Very heavily European influenced because it was well, it was recorded in France. But you were saying about the music going down after Rio. I would agree 100%. But back to Ordinary World, 1993, the wedding album. I am so sorry.
that's okay. No, thank
It's
you.
okay.
That's good information. I don't think probably it's not necessarily that their albums going down. I just didn't.
Yeah.
We just kind of took two different paths. So
hmm
and that's
hmm
fine. But for this one, and a large part of the reasons I love this song is of the guitar work. And it's one thing to have guitar work playing, the rhythm part, but it's unusual to have the guitar playing lead guitar, acoustic guitar playing lead guitar. And
Hmm.
I think it just works wonderfully here. Um, um,
Warren Cucurullo on lead
yeah,
guitar, who
yeah,
played with
Okay.
Frank Zappa, Missing Persons. Amazing guitars.
yeah,
Amazing.
yeah.
Yep.
Hidden gem. Hidden gem. Go on. Sorry.
Oh, no, it's good. The song structure is really great. The chordal progression um, is not predictable. I think he does a wonderful job on the vocals. Production is just very lavish. It's just really great.
Yeah.
Um, it's just I still love hearing it today. So, but yeah, that's a standout Duran Duran song, and the thing I like about it is it's nothing like what was on Rio, but it's still a cracking song
Yeah.
because it can be done. Yeah.
That album has other songs that come undone, um, which I thought featured Lisa Del Bello on the background vocals, but it wasn't Del Bello. My apologies, because it's had the same she had the same uh sound in her voice, the same, I guess, timbre in her voice or whatever. Yeah. No, Dur- just quickly, Duran Duran at that point in the 90s had a habit of hitting with an album and then bombing with the next two. So yeah, very uneven in terms of chart success. And
But their fandom has always remained strong.
oh yeah,
So,
no, 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 no,
Yep.
no, no, definitely, definitely. All right, sorry about that. Kind of went off on a bit of a tangent, and
oh,
my
don't
apologies.
apologize. The
Um,
more
It
the
wouldn't be the music den if there weren't tangents, my good man.
Thank you very much. All right, and really, guys, check out So Red the Rose. It is not Rio. It is not Girls on Film. It is it, yeah, it is to me what Duran Duran is made of. The untapped Duran Duran. Let's put it that way.
Mm.
Um, so Jim, your next one.
My next one. So we are up to 1994, and I realized as I'm kind of thinking about this list and thinking about where I heard a lot of them, this is part of a group that just had massive, massive radio airplay on my local station, KFOG, which was basically around this time in the early to mid 90s was becoming known for just you know what they called quality rock and roll, which usually meant uh you know power pop perfection in like a 4 minute platter. And if they ended up playing something that was 9 or 10 minutes, you can bet your bippy it was awesome as well. So
Bippy.
shout out and rest in peace to KFOG. um
I'm getting
but
over
anyway,
Bippy, but go on.
sorry.
I'm getting over Bippy, but go on. Hey, Bippy.
All right, fair enough.
Go on. Go on.
So this song I think took about 2 years from when it was originally released on an album, if not longer. Yeah, in fact, I think the origins of the song go back to '89. It was recorded once and rejected. It was recorded again in '92 and put on an album, and finally made the charts in 1994. And this is "Found Out About You" by the Gin Blossoms. That album, New Miserable Experience, hits so oh, it hits so hard. It's so great. Much like Toad, these guys found a formula for power pop and really great hooks and
Yeah,
for their guitar driven songs. It's just amazing.
this is not the same one in album. No, it's not the same album with Until I Hear It From You, or Jealousy, is it?
It's Hey Jealousy is on this
Hey,
album.
Jealousy. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and actually, there's what again makes it very difficult to kind of keep track of these things is that the album New Miserable Experience had two different covers with it. When they started to become more popular, they redid the cover to have something that they thought would be more commercially viable and
Hmm.
sell better in Walmart or whatever. But yeah, Gin Blossoms Found Out About You is, I mean, the first time I heard it, I'm just like, oh, this is so great. And if I heard it today, I would think, oh, it's so great. As it's just perfect. As the title of our video goes, it's, perfection, confection, or confection, perfection. Whichever way we do it, it
Okay.
applies.
If I may add in another suggestion for you to check out as a track that is short and to the point, but very much perfection, confection, Delamitri and Roll to Me.
Yeah.
Hmm, heard
Yes.
of them.
Yes.
It's like sub 2.5 minutes of, yeah,
Yeah.
yep, yep, yep,
It has everything: melody,
Oh,
the hook, killer chorus, beautiful
yep.
vocal delivery, just very earnest and very from the heart. Gone. Done in like 2.5
Delamitri.
minutes.
Yep.
Just under 3 minutes, two and a half, maybe 2:59 at the most. But yeah, no, and that's a good song too from Gin Blossoms. Uh, yeah, fantastic. Yeah. All right, Ken.
okay. Um, 1994, second album from this artist. Um, features um, Wendy and Lisa.
Oh, heard of them.
Wendy
Yeah.
Melvoin and Lisa Coleman, go on.
And a
Say
little
it,
bit
Ken.
of
Say
harmony
it.
work by Joni Mitchell.
If I could,
Yes.
Seal,
The
Seal too.
Steel's second album.
I
And
need a
it is,
cigarette.
yeah, yeah. And it's not Kiss from a Rose.
Oh, no,
Um,
no,
sorry.
that's good
No,
too.
it's
But
it's Prayer for the Dying. This is a powerful song.
okay, okay. You screwed me up there. I thought it was if I
You
could.
know, this,
Okay.
and this is one of my favorite albums of all time. And
Hmm.
this, I've spoken about this many times. This is one of those albums where the primary hit song, which is Kiss from a Rose, is my least favorite on the album. Um, you know, of course, produced by the legendary Trevor Horn.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
oh my gosh, this album is unbelievable. Prayer for the Dying, the second track on the album just reaches out and just grabs you by the heart.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
even though the next, you know, four songs are equally as good, you still want to just wait. I'm not ready to move on, and you just hit replay
yeah,
on that song.
yeah. Oh,
It
sweet Jesus. Oh my God.
Yeah, and
Oh,
actually, this was the first single off the album.
yeah.
Um, I don't remember how it charted, but it
I
was a
remember it now. Yeah.
yeah, and
A masterpiece.
yeah, and they did after this. That was in April. July, they did release "Kiss from a Rose," but I think that was um, largely spawned because of its inclusion on the Batman film.
Yeah,
And
Yep.
so, but yeah, anyway,
yeah.
yeah,
That album, if I can just piggyback. Oh my God. I mean, Bring It On, Kiss from a Rose,
yeah,
Dreaming in Metaphors,
don't
Don't
cry.
Cry. Oh my God, Newborn Friend. If I could, I'm Alive.
Yeah,
Like, 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 Bring It On, Reprieve. I mean, like, ooh, like,
yeah,
I'm getting chills. Just like banger after banger after, like, oh my God,
yeah.
just amazing.
I don't know. I don't remember how I came across this album, um, but I bought it. I've listened the heck out of it, and then about 10 years ago, it was released on a SACD version that had a high def 5.1 surround mix on it.
Get out of town.
I know I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Actually, there's a new Blu-ray coming out this year that's got that plus an Atmos version. But anyway,
Yeah.
put that
So
on, crank the speakers up, and it's like all of a sudden I'm hearing all these other layers in this album that I did not hear just off of a regular CD.
yeah, and it's gotta be said, he idolizes Joni Mitchell.
Yeah,
He would kiss the ground she walks on. He just loves her without any reservation. And the track "If I Could," featuring, if I'm not mistaken, Jeff Beck on guitar solo. Whew, I mean,
it's amazing.
oh, those first two albums from Seal, just
Absolutely.
oof.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm about to fall out of the chair. But yeah, no, ladies and gentlemen, you get what we're talking about, right? All right.
Oh yeah.
No cigarettes involved. Okay, Jim, over to you for the next one.
This one's going to be pretty easy. And all this list was done and prepared ahead of time. So um, every duplicate that you hear talked about is sheer coincidence. 1995, my selection, which reached number 10 on the US Billboard Hot 100, is Roll to Me by Delamitri. Because it is like 2.5 minutes of just perfect,
Eh,
perfect, perfect.
oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. I'm honestly getting a chill running down my back as we're talking about it. Like it is that good. And
Yeah,
they said all they had to say musically and lyrically within 2.5 minutes. Boom. That's it. In and
yep.
out like a bad date. But in and out, done. No, I mean it is what it is. Um,
That bridge
yeah,
is just to die for. I mean,
yeah,
the verses and the very small chorus, are great as it is, but that bridge that takes it to the next part, ah,
yeah. It's like
wonderfully done.
yeah, just it is the a prime example of perfection confection.
It is the epitome.
I would agree. I would agree. All right, Ken.
So 1995, I'm gonna fudge it here, a little here, guys.
Oh, don't
Uh-oh.
fudge.
I'm
Go on.
I'm gonna go with the last single released off that same Seal album. Don't Cry.
Yeah, why did they edit it down to 4 minutes? What the hell are they
I
doing?
don't know. I don't listen to the single.
6 minutes and 18 seconds of majesty and opulence and beauty and
No, that's
just
like
majestic beauty, and they butcher it down to Warner. What the hell were you thinking? I'm
that's
sorry.
that's
Like,
like listening to the single version of Won't Get Fooled Again
it's like I
or
need a sip.
Oh, them's fighting
like
words.
It's
that.
like I need my coffee. Here you go. I'm like, what the hell? Carry on. Um, it's like, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, Don't Cry. There's so many songs in this album. I'll shut up after I say this that are just absolutely, heart-wrenching, but it's so incredibly beautiful that you can't help but listen to it over and over again.
oh
So
yeah, yeah.
94 and 95 go to Seal, um, his second album entitled Seal, just
W-
like his first album was entitled Seal.
Seal.
I
Okay,
guess, yeah,
yeah. If I can interject something really quickly here, the lead-off lyric, not when it goes into the song itself. When we were young and truth was paramount, we were older then and we lived a life without any doubts. It's like, where do you go from there?
yeah,
Like, where in the hell do you go from there? Or or can you go from there? It is amazing, amazing. Like when I would listen to it, I would cry. Like tears would be
yep,
running down my face. It's like this is just
done that. Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful. But I digress. Jim.
All right. Let's go to 1996. This is I think the highest charting single from this band, which made its transition from like almost samba acoustic based London duo into kind of like the cutting edge of trip hop pop. And that is Everything But the Girl with their song Missing.
Woo!
Now,
Oh my God.
that chorus with the
Yeah.
with the acoustic guitar figure and that line, and I miss you like the deserts miss the rain.
Yeah.
Game over. Tracy Thorn's vocal on this is just to die for. Oh, it's so luscious.
Oh, sweet
Um,
Jesus in heaven. Yeah, okay. Okay.
yeah, okay, yeah. Given the reaction from my compatriots, I
Oh,
think y'all can see that I'm not feeding you a line of bull.
no,
This
no,
is the
no,
real stuff, baby. You got
no
to check this
bullshit.
one out.
This is no bullshit. This was when music was still music back in the day. Like, I'm sorry. Like, dance club or not, this song hit you where it hurt. And yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that. Oh my God.
you're welcome.
Whew. Okay. All right. I'm gonna recover. All right, Ken.
It's for me it was a little bit of huh? Because I had all the albums before then, and
Sure.
it had the blues reference, the wonderful acoustic guitar. Um, they did one of the best Simon and Garfunkel covers ever. Um,
Ooh, which one? Sorry, I
Only
put you on the
Living Boy
spot.
in New York.
Oh, you kidding me? I haven't
No,
heard that.
Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna add another track here that you need to listen to too, but
Wow.
go
Okay.
on.
Yeah.
Well, their version of Rod Stewart's "I Don't Want to Talk About It" is, to die for as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Missing was the jam in terms of a song. Dance Club or not, because there were different remixes to this. This
Yep.
song was it, and it had everything to it. And oof.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not familiar with the dance club mix, but just the traditional album mix is
Yeah.
Yeah,
just fantastic.
yeah,
Yeah. You can imagine it.
yeah. Okay.
I am headed in another direction from that one.
Are you
Uh,
now?
I sure are.
Is it the
Um,
Schmengi brothers? We got some polka coming out for us, or what?
oh man. Okay. I give up. You caught me. No. Um, Song from a really good debut album. Uh, I don't remember how it charted. I think it did pretty well. Co-written by the band and Joe Strummer and Mick Jones. Any ideas?
Well, I know that's the Clash, but
I'm thinking Big
Yeah.
Audio Dynamite, but
Okay. The band is Garbage. I mean,
garbage.
let me. The name of the band is Garbage. The band is
that's
actually
not what you said, lad. You said the band was garbage.
Shirley Manson, go on.
Shirley Manson. The song is Stupid Girl.
Ooh, okay. All right. Okay.
This album, self-titled. And I could have gone with any other singles off of this. I could have gone with Only Happen When It Rains, or Super Vixen or Queer or whatever. But Stupid Girl, I don't know. Just with that beat,
Yeah. Yeah.
sound, oh man, I just love it.
Hey,
Ooh, I
Yeah,
need a
this is
cigarette. I need a
such a
pack.
good
Oh
album.
my God.
Such a good album.
Oh,
It's a little hard hitting, yet it has that beat, which allows for
yeah.
club remixes
Yeah.
at the same time. And she doesn't get enough credit. I'm sorry. She's
No,
just
she
a
doesn't.
cracking singer,
Oh,
yeah. Stupid
please.
Girl by Garbage, the band Garbage.
I mean, when she would do a vocal, like it's been said about Whitney Houston that whenever she did a solo, the chandelier would fall. But same for Shirley Manson. She could hold her
Unbelievable.
own,
Unbelievable.
and I don't think that she got enough credit for that. Um, if I can just put in a track that I remember from 1996, um, signed to Polydor Records originally. The band is Tonic.
Mm.
Debut album, Lemon Parade, produced by Joseph Puig, who had worked with Jellyfish and other bands. If You Can Only See, track 304 on side one. The entire album, 12 tracks, Lemon Parade, is fantastic. But If You Could Only See, it's just amazing. Amazing. Um, and it's basically talking about this guy who this woman that he's involved with, he knows he's bad for her, that she's bad for him. He knows that she's going to lead him down the wrong path, possibly to self-destruction, but he cannot get enough of her.
Okay.
Sounds like dirty work.
Dirty work.
Well, that's the plot of Steely Dan's Dirty Work right
Oh,
there.
okay, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right. From 72.
The song
You got me
Dirty Work.
there. You stumped me there for a sec. But no,
Sorry.
this one track, I mean, it's why I bought the album overall, and every song on that album is a banger. If you guys can check it out, they did release an acoustic version of Lemon Parade, self-financed because they got dropped from Universal, they got dropped from Polydor. But yeah, that's just another track that just came to mind from
Hmm.
96. But I digress. Um, I didn't mean to interrupt. Jim,
No, dude, you were told to contribute.
Jim, there you go.
Yes. All
There
right.
you
1997.
go. Ooh,
Um, getting up there. Again, this song was all over K-Fog, rest in peace. And
that's a theme here with your choices with K-Fog.
well, this
Yeah.
it was
It's
the greatest
fine.
radio blah.
I know. It's fine. It's fine. I love you dearly. Go on.
Thank you. Okay. This is All for You by Sister Hazel.
Hmm.
Is it ringing a bell, Ken?
Ooh,
Recognize the name of the band. I'm trying to. I'm not sure about the song.
Well, here's the good news. I've decided that I'm going to put together a playlist of all of our songs that we talked about here for the 90s so you can refamiliarize yourself with there, but it's another one of those power pop diamonds that's kind of heavily guitar driven.
yeah.
Kind
Hard to
of kind
s-
of take like the Gin Blossoms
Oh, yeah.
who are Arizona based and transplant them to the good old South, and that's going to give you kind of the feel of
Well,
of Sister Hazel.
we're gonna get
Really
Southified, are we?
recognize it.
Okay. All
You're
right.
going to get Southified. Exactly.
I
It's
remember.
all for you. I
Yeah, I
mean
remember
that.
that track, and I love that track. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. Again, another one of those K-Fog cuts that just it's like everyone who listens to the station is like, yeah, this song is
Oh,
fantastic.
oh, I'm getting a flashback to the 90s. Yeah, fantastic track. I might even add in a deep blue something with Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yeah,
Ah, yep.
They returned to, I believe, being a Christian pop band, but Christian rock band, but that was their one main hit, one big hit, Breakfast at Tiffany's, Deep Blue
remember.
something. Yeah, 97. Yeah. I mean, oh, yeah. Yeah. My God,
Breakfast at Tiffany's. Yeah, that's a great tune.
where are my pack of cigarettes? Jesus Christ. Um, yeah. Okay. Ken, your next one?
Ken.
Uh, Jim, I have a question for you. Um, you're the big jellyfish expert within our little trio here.
Yes, sir.
How come we don't hear anything about peanut butter fish? Okay,
Say
so
goodnight, Ken.
on 1997, um,
I can mute him easily if you'd like, you know. It's okay. I mean, go on. Go on.
Uh, a little bit of a little bit of deja vu from an earlier point in the decade. This is another Toad the Wet Sprocket song called "Whatever I Fear." It's
Hmm.
from their album Coil. Um, just a fantastic album. Um, it it was the second of three singles released off this album. I cannot find any specifics of whether it actually charted or not, um, which leads me to believe that it probably didn't. Opening track off this album, and it really sets the mood. It's a pretty good rocking song. Now, when we talk about Toad the Wet Sprocket, when we talk about rocking, we're not talking, full out distorted guitars like all the hair bands of the time.
Okay.
But upbeat. The recording is very, very clean. Again, the musicianship, the lyrics. Lead singer Glenn Phillips um, uh, wrote this song, both the lyrics. He's really good with lyrics, but he's also very good with the tune too. He also functions as a rhythm guitar player, sometimes a little bit of lead. Um, it's only 3 minutes long, but man, it's got hooks in it like no tomorrow. So, whatever I fear, again, the words are um, somewhat relatable. They do really good work with both writing relationship or love songs, but then one songs that aren't. So, which is was a growing thing, especially in the 90s. But um, but yeah, for
Okay.
97, I'm going again with Toad the Wet Sprocket with the song Whatever I Fear.
Okay. Jim.
1998. This is the only other hit that this artist had. The first one that she had a few years earlier is almost um, incomparable as in terms of it being a piece of perfection. And what I mean by that is that there are songs where it's like the minute you hear it, you're like, game over. This is now my new favorite song
You're done.
because
Yeah.
of just what it conveys in short time period. I'm talking about Lisa Loeb, and the song that I'm referring to of the monster was Stay,
I
of
was gonna
course.
say, oh my
Yeah.
God. Okay. Yeah.
But this one is from 1998 from her follow-up album. She had dropped the Nine Stories band name at this point, and the album was called Firecracker, and this is the single called I Do. And I don't know, I mean, it reached number 17 in the US Billboard Hot 100. So obviously it did not hit number one like Stay did, but this song is has got all the same ingredients of just a really good melodic hook and just really being kind of distinct and different from everything else that was on the chart at the time. And again, Lisa's voice just has this shimmering girlish quality to it that just makes it incredibly winsome and attractive. And this is even though it kind of made the charts, it's still kind of a deep cut to me. And the more I hear it, the more I just go, yeah, you go, Lisa. I love this song,
Mhm.
and I hope other people are reintroduced to it and feel the same, because it deserves all the love, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Ken.
she definitely was a geek sweetheart. So,
Yep,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 you betcha. So,
right next to the posters of Sarah Michelle Gellar, you had the posters of Lisa Loeb. What can I say?
right, right. 1998, uh, a song by an artist who I think did more. to encourage people to adopt dogs than maybe any other artist. Um,
To
Released
adopt.
a great album called Surfacing.
Yep.
Yep, that's right.
Yep. That's right.
Sarah McLachlan, um,
Ah,
Now,
one of
which
the most
song are we talking about from
talking about
Surfacing?
Adia.
Adia.
Adia uh,
media.
did quite good chart wise.
See, I would have
Uh,
picked Building a Mystery, but go on.
yeah, well, there again, this one, not going for the obvious ones. Yeah,
Yeah, I
building,
know what you're saying.
yeah, sucks you in. Yeah, building a mystery sucks you in, and then you're completely enthralled with Sweet Surrender and Adia and Angel and Witness and all those other songs. Um, an album that is primarily just uh, piano, bass, and drums with
Yeah,
just a little bit of guitar in there.
yeah.
Very stripped down. Um, she's and she sounds incredible. Plus, she's got the face of an angel, as far as I'm concerned.
Yep. Yep.
And Oh yeah, and this song is kind of haunting to me. I'm not sure. Um, Very subtle, but just incredibly powerful. It's just such a good song. The
If,
whole album is great.
if I
So,
can make another recommendation, I don't know if you know much about her back catalog. If you go back to her first album with one of her, I think it was her first single called Vox, VOX.
mhm.
Yep.
Uh, oh, please. Haunting does not even begin to describe it with the vocal arrangement and just amazing, amazing. I think check that out, and
Yeah,
if anyone watching, check it out because if you haven't heard it, you're missing a lot.
yeah,
And when I say that she does a fantastic vocal on that track, I'm not talking about vocal gymnastics like Christina Aguilera or whatever. I'm talking like just haunting
Oh
vocal
yeah.
overdubs that just send chills up your spine that you're just like, the hell am I listening to? It is breathtaking.
Yeah, I remember this album. I can't remember why I bought it, but I know that there's something in the back of my mind that said that maybe someone had recommended it, and I just remember reading about it, perhaps like someone saying it kind of sounds like Kate Bush, kind of sounds like Lorena McKinnon, and it's sort of in that sort of in between wheelhouse. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give this a try, and
I
I
would,
remember buying it blind, and
yeah.
was pretty satisfied.
I mean, the first album, or
Yeah, it was way before Fumbling Towards Ecstasy.
yeah, yeah, amazing, amazing. All right,
Uh,
Ken. What was that? Ken or Jim? We got any kind? You got
Jimmy,
Jim.
it's me. This is the final year, 1999.
9.
Um,
Okay.
this is kind of so as I was looking through the charts to kind of find my way into this list, one of the things that becomes staggeringly obvious, excuse me, is that hip hop and the like had become to like dominate the pop charts. And because to me, confection, perfection, however you want to call it, has to do with melody and something that is just kind of, classic and stands the test of time.
Yeah,
It gets very hard to find something that hit the charts that sort of met that criteria to me.
yeah.
And this one is kind of an obvious and it's kind of an eye roll, but I still listen to this song and I like it, mostly because I didn't allow myself to get over over inundated with it back in the day. And this is "Kiss Me" by Sixpence None the Richer.
ooh, Yeah.
Just a delightful little song, wonderfully produced and performed. Um, Lee Nash's vocals are just they're sweet
Oh my
without
God.
being cloying, and the guitars on this album are just and the song is absolutely phenomenal. So, I mean,
I've
yeah, I'm sure
always
there's a
loved
lot
this
of
song.
people that have like a yeah. I'm sure there are people out there who have kind of an adverse, knee-jerk reaction of just horror to this song, but
I love
for what
I've
it
always
is,
loved
I
this
love it.
song. I've
I
always
love
loved this song. And yeah, and the lead singer, her name, she had done some work with another group called Delirium, who are a Canadian, I guess you'd say, production team. That think of the Canadian version of Enigma.
Yeah, I can see Lee doing that. Yep.
Yeah, she did work with them on one of their albums. So yeah, fantastic track. I've always loved that song. Yeah, very beautiful, very earnest delivery. Yeah, a hell of a mic drop. Bloody
Yeah.
hell.
Yep.
Very earnest in her vocal delivery, but not saccharine. This is
Yeah.
not the Cardigans in any shape, form, or stretch of the imagination. This is not. You won't see her lying on a bed on one of the covers, lying on a bed with slippers on her feet, fluffy slippers, and looking all cutesy. No, this she's got more guts than that. I'm sorry. I don't.
She does.
Yes, but no, fantastic choice. Oh my God, I'm gonna go back and listen to all this stuff. Um, seriously, seriously. All right, Ken, your
Yeah,
final one.
and the video is pretty darn cute too.
Yeah,
Um, and the song was used in several films, but um,
it's been licensed
better,
over and over again. Yeah.
but none better than when it was used in that film "She's All That," which is
Mm.
a great little '90s movie. It really is, and uh, it works so well the way they placed it in there. So for my last song for the decade, uh, Canadian singer-songwriter Armando, you're gonna have to correct my pronunciation of the last name. Is it Tal Bachman or Boschman?
Bachman, Tal Bach.
Bach. Okay. All right. She's so high.
Woo!
This fits in with so many of the songs that we've already mentioned.
Mm, mm,
Honestly, I did not discover this song until just a few years ago when I heard it in a movie.
mm.
Again, I heard it in a movie,
I
and
heard it.
that's okay. That's kind of catchy. I couldn't say the same with a bunch of the other songs, but
Yeah.
that one did get my attention, and
Hmm.
so
Yeah, she's high society. She's got the best of everything. Oh my God. And his,
yeah,
yeah, whoo, ooh, okay.
yeah, and
Yeah,
coming in on striking that with a on a debut album, yeah, pretty darn good.
I believe it was produced by Bob Rock as well.
Yes.
All
Mm,
right.
mm,
You are correct, sir.
mm, 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 mm. Columbia made a mistake getting rid of him, but oh my God. I mean, yeah, yeah, yeah. His musical influence are go from Queen to ABBA. Like he goes all over the map.
Yeah.
So yeah. Have you heard of that song, Jim?
I have not, and I'm looking forward to hearing it. There's a few diamonds that you guys have called out here that I really need to do my homework on.
Oh, sweet Jesus in heaven. My God.
Well,
Yeah.
like I said, I hadn't heard it until just a few years ago. Like I said, because it was in a movie that I was watching, and honestly, I didn't listen to a lot of radio in the '90s. I had I'd given up on radio, on
But
commercial radio.
when he goes into that high, I guess you call it falsetto on the chorus and double, I think he double tracks himself on the harmonies. Like it's like my God, like he's hitting notes like I didn't even. know existed, for God's sake, in terms of the register that he's going up to.
Yeah.
Um, and it is perfection confection. It is pop gold.
Yeah. It
Uh,
fits right into all these others we've been talking about. Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
just amazing. Just amazing. Please send that playlist. I want to hear this stuff.
I will.
Yep.
Oh,
Hal
oh my
Bachner.
goodness. Okay. Oof. I'm guys, I'm literally getting chills up my back. Like this is what you two do to me when you talk about music. Oh my God.
Well, there you go. And that's speaks to the power of these songs, giving you
Yeah.
the chills, and it's like, oh, I can't wait to hear that again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah. Mm, mm. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Perfection Confection. Hits of the 1990s. Um, please put down the comments below, down there, what you think of these songs or any songs that you want to add to this list. Because again, you know what? W- We are not experts on what makes a perfect pop song or any type of music overall. We're just giving you our list of what we think is fantastic. And you know what? Talking with these two gentlemen today, I've been reminded. There's only coffee in this mug. I've been reminded of some wonderful pop tracks that have really sparked my memory and make me want to go back and listen to this stuff. It wasn't all hip hop and dance. It was music in the 90s. It was music that made you think and pulled you in, um, all for the good. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, put down in the comments your opinions and your additions to this list. And I want to thank both Frick and Frack or Jim and Ken for coming along with me on this journey. And we will be back with Perfection Confection pop hits of the 80s. All right.
Sure.
So please click like and subscribe and do hit the notification bell to keep yourselves on top of any new content we've got coming up. We've got more shows that we're working on. I've got shows coming up with Bill Schuster. And yeah, stay along for the ride, ladies and gentlemen. It only gets better from here. We hope. All right. Have a good day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.